Welcome to TV20 News. I'm Dan Monroe. Coming up on today's news, Cleveland honored its fallen officers with the 40th Annual Police Memorial Parade and service. Then, the Midtown Collaborative Center opened in Cleveland's Huff neighborhood. And later, Cleveland Asian Festival kicked off celebrating Cleveland's rich and diverse Asian culture. But first, it's that time of year where many students are graduating high school and 2 Cleveland Metropolitan School District students are shining bright. TV20 reporter Sarah Nelson has the story.
The Cleveland Metropolitan School District is recognizing 2 valedictorians who have worked hard to achieve their goals. Max Hayes High School senior Monica Guardado Chicas came to the U.S. from El Salvador and has overcome barriers and proven success.
It has been definitely difficult. Language was one of the first barriers I encountered, but thanks to the help of counselors, teachers, everybody really received me very well here. So I feel like that support helped me to accomplish my goals. And after that, I feel like it has been put a lot of hard work, a lot of times where I didn't have any free time. It was just extracurricular, school, everything to try to get to my goal.
Cleveland School of the Arts High School senior Madison Cow has also accomplished her goals of having a 4.0 GPA.
Yeah, definitely the last semester of this year has been quite difficult to manage those Tri-C classes. Been having to take 3 to 4 of them per semester, and it does start to pile up, especially with the harder classes like the science classes or the math ones. But you know, it's just, just remembering that these are classes that are important to achieving career goals that I want to achieve.
Guardado says her classes and extracurricular activities helped her stay focused.
Yes, well, from my country, I came from a place where it was not very usual for people to have like so many extracurriculars as here in the States, or not many opportunities to like take, say, AP or CCP or classes like that. So it was definitely a change in curriculum. Taking everything in a different language was definitely one of the first things that I noticed.
The straight A student credits her guidance counselor, Stella McGuire, for helping her achieve good grades.
I work so often, but definitely they has been like the person I go to like ask stuff is my counselor. Definitely teachers, I could mention every teacher in the building that has helped me in one way or another, but definitely my coaches for sports has been my main sport.
Cal, a student and an artist, says that it has been one long journey.
Yeah, I started in 9th grade. I come here all the way from Sugar Falls. I used to go to Kenston. It's like 40 minutes away from here. And I got here probably I've been taking college classes like CCP since about 8th grade. And I'm probably gonna graduate with an associate's in art from Tri-C.
Kyle says she is excited about the next chapter and is grateful to her parents, teachers, and counselors, and has advice for other students that want to do the same.
I just think that you should never be afraid to ask for help. I was throughout middle school, and it always was a struggle to be too shy to even ask other peers for any kind of help. But I think opening up to your teachers and if you're ever struggling, like, they'll always help you, and you never have to be scared of, needing help from somebody.
Guardado also has plans to study aerospace engineering at Ohio State University in the fall, and says she is happy that she's making her family proud. Her advice to other students is to always prioritize yourself and your studies.
Definitely focus, take time to relax, because taking your time and prioritizing you is the first thing, then everything else comes after. Definitely you can study more, but prioritizing yourself and putting yourself in a spot where you can be as successful as you are allowing yourself is definitely a thing to do. So that would be my advice.
These students prove that anything is possible. Sierra Nelson reporting, TV20 News.
Cleveland City Council held their weekly meeting, which always airs live here on TV20 Cleveland. In case you missed it, here are some of the highlights. Hey Cleveland, here's a quick wrap-up of the key decisions from the May 19th City Council meeting. Council approved the collective bargaining agreement with the Fraternal Order of Police, Lodge Number 8, covering the period from April 1st, 2025 to March 31st, 2028. The agreement addresses issues such as sick leave, clothing allowance, and other matters. It also includes salary and wage increases for members of the bargaining unit. Council authorized the sale of city-owned property to the Ohio Department of Transportation to construct the improvements for the I-90 Central Interchange from East 9th Street to Carnegie Avenue. The improvements include reconstruction of 0.63 miles of I-90 between East 9th Street and Carnegie Avenue, realignment and reconstruction of several ramps in the central interchange between I-90 and I-77, and reconstruction of portions of the East 14th Street, East 18th Street, East 22nd Street, Cedar Avenue, and Carnegie Avenue connections to the interstate. The project is being funded by ODOT and needs to acquire 2 city-owned parcels to accomplish this work. Finally, Council approved a resolution sponsored by Councilman Kevin Conwell recommending that the Bibb administration provide a diaper changing station in every men's, women's, and family restrooms located in city-owned facilities. The resolution reads in part, "Parents, especially those with infants or young children, often need a clean, private space to change diapers while out in public, and having diaper changing stations in city-owned public restrooms allows for greater convenience and ensures parents don't have to leave the premises to take care of their child's needs." That's your Cleveland City Council wrap for this week. Stay tuned to TV20 for more updates on how council decisions shape our city. National Police Memorial Week has officially concluded, and TV20 was on hand to cover the commemorative events held in honor of Greater Cleveland's fallen officers. The week-long observance featured a series of honorary and celebratory events organized by families of officers, colleagues, and city officials from across Northeast Ohio. It began with the badge case ceremony, where the badge numbers of fallen Cleveland Division of Police officers were officially retired and enshrined in the Cleveland Division of Police Museum, serving as a lasting tribute to their service and sacrifice. Later in the week, the official memorial service was held in downtown Cleveland. The ceremony began with the parade down Lakeside Avenue, featuring officers from across Greater Cleveland. Attendees, including honored families, gathered at the Greater Cleveland Peace Officers Memorial, where they reflected on the lives and legacies of those lost in the line of duty and the enduring impact these officers have had on their communities, families, and the city.
But I do know from working closely with them how important law enforcement is, law and order is, and this park specifically is. He calls it Heroes Park, and that's for a reason. The families of the heroes are no longer with us. And when we speak of them, I ask that we please make sure we use the right words. Their lives weren't lost. Their lives were taken by criminal action. Not lost, lose your keys. Taken by criminal action. The families who sacrificed during their time of service, they lived with that sacrifice supporting a career of service for the betterment of our communities. And then on that fateful day, their time came and they went to be the heroes we knew they were.
Good vibes, good food, and a whole lot of community. Midtown just got a major upgrade. Randy Buffington was there for the big reveal.
In the heart of Cleveland's Midtown neighborhood, something new is taking shape. A space where innovation, community, and culture meet. City and state leaders pulled up to celebrate the opening of the Midtown Collaboration Center, a hub built to bring people together.
One of the things I have found in life is that sometimes you have different groups that are doing all kinds of great things, but sometimes they don't talk to each other. Now they're under one roof, and so many of them.
From health and entrepreneurship to art and education, the center brings partners together to create lasting impact.
This project is one of the best symbols of what that means in our city. And it took the Cleveland Foundation having a bold vision to leave their ivory tower downtown and come to the neighborhood to build true community wealth.
That vision lives inside spaces like the 66, a creative lounge honoring Cleveland's musical roots.
The 66 is my favorite space. The music lounge, the recording studio, the music venue is going to deliver free programming to the community on a consistent basis. Every Sunday we'll have live music for brunch. And then we'll also have music Friday, Saturday, Thursday nights as well.
Local businesses like Pro's Kitchen will also call the space home. And for owner Tawana, the love has been real.
They're really telling me, we are excited to have a place we can come, enjoy food, grab a drink, listen to music, bring our family. And it's been a really, really nice vibe.
A vibe is right. It was a block party. And just the start of something special here in Midtown. For TV20, I'm Randy Buffington.
What's the big conversation going on? Find out with TV20 show Conversations with Cal, hosted by professional conversationalist Cornell Calhoun III. He'll be talking to founder Lisa Collins about her superhero project and emotional impact for young people of seeing their inner hero come to life. Watch new episodes of Conversations with Cal here on TV20 Cleveland or anytime you like on the TV20 Cleveland YouTube page. We'll be back with more TV20 news right after this.
Are you looking to have a fun and exciting summer while making money at the same time? The City of Cleveland is looking for lifeguards to oversee our 42 pools across the city. And guess what? We will train you. Here's what you need to know. To be a lifeguard in the City of Cleveland, you must be 15 years of age, be able to swim 300 yards nonstop using front crawl and breaststroke, swim to the deepest end of the pool and retrieve a 10-pound object and return to the starting point on your back. Tread water for 2 minutes using legs only. Pass a written test 80% or better. For more information or to sign up to be a lifeguard, call your nearest rec center today.
Welcome back to TV20 News. I'm Dan Monroe. It's tough getting a job these days. It can be even tougher if you're trying to get a job after coming out of prison, but there are resources available. And joining me to talk about those now is Devin Hickman, Program Director for CEO Works. Devin, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thanks for having me, Dan.
What is CEO Works and what's your role within it?
So we are a workforce development agency that provides immediate, effective, and comprehensive workforce services for individuals who've been directly impacted by the justice system.
And what do you do within that?
So we have a 4-step model. We provide job readiness training. We also have a social enterprise arm, which provides hands-on every single day. Someone gets to go to work. Outside of that, we also have a job development training where they can come into the office, they can work with their job coach, and they can work on soft skills like answering interview questions, answering questions about their conviction. They can also work on resume writing, being able to tell the story of the past experience they have in addition to their involvement with the justice system. But we don't just stop there. We also get people placed into employment. Our goal is to see people placed into employment for 365 days. That's how we measure success. So once we get them placed, to help them stay employed for 365 days, we also offer retention services, meaning we're incentivizing our people to reach back out to us once they've been placed in a job. Give us a call once a month and say, hey, this is how things are going. Because we got to know that individual. We really got to understand their work ethic and their relationship to work. So now we can coach them while they're on the job. We actually pay them a reward if they send in their pay stubs, just so we can verify that they're getting, enough hours to take care of their family.
And CEO stands for Center for Employment Opportunity.
Yes.
And I like the fact that it doesn't just stop with getting a job. There's so much more that goes along with, like you said, keeping that job and making it productive. and sustainable. Talk about that.
Absolutely. So in addition to getting jobs, we want people to have careers. And so we work with many organizations around the city to help with upskilling, whether it's CDL, getting into a trade, going into the built environment work that's being done. We want people to like going to work. And so we do everything we can to connect them to careers that they want to get up and they want to go do every day.
You know, on average, how many people are within this reentry population, and how many do you serve in CEO?
Yeah, so within Northeast, returning every year to Northeast Ohio, we have about 4,500 individuals returning from prison. CEO, on average, serves around, over the past 5 years, has served somewhere around 200 to 250 people a year coming home from incarceration. But that number does vary based on our ability to really manage the flow.
So someone who comes out of prison, gets a job, sustainable. What are the numbers on that? Does that help maybe keep them from going back, going astray, maybe committing crimes after that? Or?
Absolutely, and that's how we all begin. That's really how CEO began. 30 years ago, as a project out of the Vera Institute in New York, CEO evaluated work as an intervention to recidivism. So the model that I explained to you earlier of the job readiness training, the hands-on transitional work crew, the job coaching and job development, and the retention services are all combined as an intervention that prevent people from returning to prison.
Okay. So when someone calls up your office and they say, look, I'm trying to get back in the workforce, what's the step on that? Is there someone that's assigned, like a caseworker or a mentor to them? How does that work?
Absolutely. So once somebody says they want to come to CEO, there's no interview process. We help anyone that has their criminal record as a barrier to full-time employment. They can get referred, they can call CEO. We have referral forms that we send out to a lot of our partners like ODRC, the parole authority, some of the halfway houses around town. They all have our referral forms, but it's as easy as giving us a call. You can reach out to CEO at ceoworks.org and we can get you in. And the way this works is once we receive the referral, we can have someone working in as soon as 3 days. So the referral comes in, we have a 2-day job readiness training, and by day 3, you're working on one of our transitional work crews.
Wow. And are there any costs involved in this?
For the participant, absolutely not. We do what we can to make sure this process is as simple as possible. In addition to there being no cost for the participant, we actually pay every single day. So our participants come to work and get paid the same day.
So do you have a group of maybe employers that you kind of team up with to help, for specific job areas that can help get them placed there or other places? Yeah. How does that work?
Absolutely. And it's a list that continues to grow. I'll start with the city of Cleveland. Derry McDaniel is recruiting manager with the city of Cleveland. He does a wonderful job of making sure that our participants have the opportunity to compete for opportunities with the city of Cleveland, Cuyahoga County, ODOT, RTA. So we are working with some of the larger organizations within the city to provide people a real opportunity, not only to come home and just make a living, but to thrive and to take care of their families.
That's great work you guys do over there. If people want more information, you said it before, let's say it again. How can they get in touch?
ceoworks.org.
All right. Devin, thank you so much for joining me today. It's an important job you guys do.
Thanks, Dan.
So thank you, and thank you for watching. We'll be back with more TV20 news right after this.
Today's vote, in my eyes, is not a very difficult one.
Hi, I'm Manny Hall, brand developer and owner of Manny Hall & Associates, and this is Ras Hassan, the neighborhood investment manager for Cleveland's Southeast Side. I've teamed up with the City of Cleveland and Greater Cleveland Community Credit Union to bring you an incredible opportunity, the Southeast Side Business Boot Camp. For too long, business owners on the Southeast Side have faced barriers to growth, especially when it comes to getting capital needed to start and expand their businesses. That's why I created this 6-week boot camp designed specifically for entrepreneurs who have the vision but need practical step-by-step support. We brought together some really great experts like Ashira Nielsen, Kelly C. Williams, Norlin Story, and more, covering topics from financial strategy, branding, marketing, AI, and business planning. The best part is completely free, thanks to our amazing partners.
This initiative is more than just a boot camp. It's part of a long-term promise to the Southeast Side. As the neighborhood investment manager for this region, I've seen firsthand how powerful local entrepreneurship can be when it's supported. This program is about creating access to relationships, resources, and capital that our community has been denied for too long. We're removing barriers, opening doors, and building something sustainable together.
If you've been waiting for the right time or the right opportunity to grow your business, this is it. Visit Eventbrite today and reserve your spot. Space is limited and the energy in the room will be powerful.
I look forward to seeing you there.
Welcome back to TV20 News. I'm Dan Monroe. Some folks ride for fitness, others for fun, but in Old Brooklyn, they're pedaling for prizes. Randy Buffington takes us along for the ride.
Burn some calories, win a bike, and maybe discover your new favorite donut spot. That's Pedal for Prizes in Cleveland's Old Brooklyn neighborhood.
Pedal for Prizes was created 15 years ago, just by a group of business owners here in Old Brooklyn and some residents that just wanted to do something good for the community. And we've got a lot of small businesses that are spread around, so the riders ride to each one of those destinations, getting raffle tickets from each one they go to.
Like, imagine a world in which everyone was biking like this, and that would be really wonderful. And so it's nice to see so many other people out biking, but then also getting to see new places in Old Brooklyn that we haven't been to before.
Literally, those businesses have donated all the prizes that you have here today that people are having the chance to win. Some of them just have donated money because they want me to keep this event going. So over here, as you can see, we have the riders are returning with their punch card stamped. As you can see, he's done all 24 of the destinations. He stopped into every one of the stores on our route.
That full ride is no joke. Hitting all 24 destinations on the route is a total of 8 miles.
We tried to make it challenging, that's for sure. So we have one destination, South Hills Hardware and Jack Frost Donuts, which are on complete opposite ends of Old Brooklyn. So for the challenging rider, they get an opportunity to ride to all those destinations. But more than anything, they get to check out those stores. Someone may have never been into South Hills Hardware before, or someone may have never gone to Honey Hut Ice Cream before. Now's your chance. You know, you can stop in. You don't have to buy anything while you're there, but at least you get a chance to stop in and see the great products that they have.
It's not a race, just a good excuse to hop on a bike. Pedal for Prizes, powered by people, and a whole lot of love for Old Brooklyn. For TV20, I'm Randy Buffington.
High school students from across Cleveland joined at Tri-C's Metro campus for their final presentations on their ideas for the future of Cleveland. All a part of Mayor Justin Bibb's Junior Mayors Association.
We are at Tri-C, one of our supporters for the Junior Mayors Association. Today was the day of presentations. We got to hear from high school kids all around the city on what they think should be changing around the city of Cleveland. The Junior Mayors Association was inspired and driven by our current mayor, Justin M. Bibb.
As the saying goes, well done is better than well said. And if there's one thing I want to tell you as you chart your next path after high school, always stick by your word. If you stick by your word, if you do what you said you were going to do, trust me, you will have plentiful opportunities to achieve your God-given potential.
We heard policy and opportunities for suggestions around public health, recreation, planning, economic development, and overall leadership. We had raps, we had art projects, we had campaign speeches, we had data analysis around the plants and the biodiversity of different plants that can be there. We had recommendations, we've had all different kinds of ways of people people and students presenting themselves and presenting their ideas in unique ways around improving the city of Cleveland.
I feel like it was a truly eye-opening experience, is what I'll call it. It kind of showed me that, the things that I've been thinking throughout my life of, how can we fix the city and some of the problems in the city that, I'm not the only person that sees it. It's bigger than me, but also, it being bigger than you is also big for you, is how I'll put it. You could change how not only Cleveland works, but the U.S. and then past that, the world. So just really think, what is my impact on this world, and, how can I make a bigger impact? And I feel like this is truly one of those places where you could do that.
Thank you for the hard work. Thank you for the dedication. Thank you for the messages, the laughs, and the innovative and creative spirit that you guys brought every single session. We could not have done this without you, and you honestly made my day, you made the facilitator's day, and more importantly, you really made the mayor's day. So thank you guys so much for everything that you guys have done.
Cleveland's Asiatown played host once again to the Cleveland Asian Festival, now celebrating its remarkable 16th year. Let's take a look.
Right now we are Asiatown, in the middle of Asiatown, the heart of Asiatown, and to promote the Asian culture and all the performances and food vendors and help screening at the Cleveland Asian Festival. Here we have over 142 different vendors. In the past, there were about 100, 120. We have more performances this year. There is 48 performance team performing today on the different stages. There's a lot of food. There's a lot of people. It's increased from 10,000 people for the first year. Now today, like yesterday, we had about 18,000 people showed up. So we're hoping to get about 22,000 today to reach out to 40,000. That'd be great. See, we've been doing it for this 16 years now, and by the city of Cleveland itself, they recognize this as one of the fastest growing festivals in the country. And we have been very much fortunate, and thank you, the city of Cleveland, for supporting us. My personal highlight for this weekend is when you see everybody, no matter who you are, what race, what genre, what sexual orientation you are, having a great time here at the festival. And this is something that we love, the way everybody working together and having a great time. If you missed this year, shame on you. But come back again next year, because we want to see you have a great time here, enjoy everybody, and enjoy the diversity we have in Cleveland. This is one of the highlights we have in the city. City is a great diversity place.
To find info on next year's Asian Festival, visit clevelandasianfestival.org. We are constantly uploading new content on our TV20 Cleveland YouTube page, so make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on anything. You can also connect with TV20 Cleveland on your favorite social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and X. Thanks for watching TV20 News. I'm Dan Monroe. Be sure to stay tuned for more on TV20. We are Cleveland.